What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Katie Speaks. I'm here to review Ladies Who List Atlanta, episode 4, the one that just aired recently. That was Friday, I believe the 27th, 26th. In this episode, we see a continuation of the aftermath of the disastrous dinner that Robin hosted to try to join all the ladies into a collaborative. First up, the first scene we have is actually Kiana and Robin going out to dinner to kind of hash out what actually happened when Kiana was about to embark on opening up her own brokerage. So we see the two ladies sitting here, and Kiana was like, what really happened? Robin was like, I don't get it. Kiana states, you charged me this exorbitant price for all the contracts that she had. She had, I believe it was 26 contracts. And she told, the viewing audience that Robin was going to charge her $500 each just to hold the contracts for 30 days. And Robin was like, hold on, girl, I never told you that. I charged you $500 total. That's it. So Kiana was like, no, boo, I wouldn't have been upset for over a year if you only charged me $500 flat. You charged me $500 each. And so Robin was like, I would never do you that. Why would I do you that? And you asked me for a favor. I understood you was in a jam. I would never try to jam you up. Those are her words verbatim. So Kiana was like, oh. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, all that time, if you were unclear with what the girl was charging you, what point were you going to pick up the phone and just ask Robin, what is the actual fee? What are you charging me? $500 total or $500 per contract? So the petty beef that Kiana had with Robin could have definitely been avoided just by talking to the woman and asking her what did she mean. She obviously had some type of situation happening, where she couldn't pay that money. Well, Robin, had a little slick side comment in her confessional. She was like, not the way she be dressing and balling out of control. She should have had it. But, either way, I wouldn't have charged her that kind of money. So we all learned that Kiana's beef that she had with Robin was just totally avoidable. She didn't have to beef with this woman at all. So moving forward from there, Kiana decides to meet up with two of the other ladies, Tiana and Kira. Kira is the young girl, the younger realtor, who actually had a problem with Crystal and Robin. So when they meet up for lunch, Kiana was like, I actually had a really good meeting with Robin, and I couldn't have understood, where she's coming from now. I think we should be open. What happened when you guys met up with her? Well, Kira was like, I still don't have time for her. She was really just out of place with Robin. She really just don't have any time for Robin. And honestly, I feel like her beef is, who has time for this? You are mad with that woman because that woman unfollowed you. The truth be told, Robin is in her late 40s. She probably don't know what she pressed. I mean, she's using Instagram as a tool, but does she understand the social? Does she understand what it really means when she unfollows somebody? No, because I barely know what that shit means when I unfollow somebody. So I'm pretty sure she doesn't. So moving forward from there, Kiana was basically just like, ladies, be open to Robin. She got a lot going on. She has, she's coming from a really bad place. And the other girl who was there, Tiffany, she was like, although I really don't have any plans on doing business with her in a real aspect, I do feel like she's in need of a friend, and I'm kind of interested in her backstory. So, out of all the ladies, I feel like Tiffany is the one who's the most compassionate. It is very obvious that Robin is dealing with some issues, and she's the only person who seems willing to actually get to know her past the rough exterior that she shows everyone else. So, it's an interesting dynamic. A little forward in the show, we see Robin actually doing her realtor thing, and we've seen it a couple of times, but this one was really interesting. She meets up with this man named Carlo. She's supposed to meet him, and they're supposed to discuss a listing. So Robin gets to the man's house, and his assistant is like, he's not here. She's like, where he at? And she's like, the assistant is like, oh, he's in Puerto Rico. She was like, call him on the phone right now. So they call him, and he was like, I told your ass I'm leaving. They have this real playful dynamic with one another. It was cute to watch. It's obvious that they have some kind of personal, friendship or something, because they talk to each other real reckless. Like, that is not the way you would speak to one another if you really have, just a purely business relationship. It is not conducive to business at all, because Robin was cursing that man out. That man was cursing Robin out. It was a key to watch, but I was like, no, God, there is no kind of way I'm going to sit here and talk to somebody who I'm trying to get to sell me a house or do business with me, and she's cursing me out from rooter to tutor. Nobody don't have time for that. So, it was just cute to watch. We also see later in the show that Snake, Crystal, who's supposed to be Robin's best friend, we see her actually reach out to the girl Kira, the one who Crystal, and Robin unfollowed. So she's trying to wine and dine the girl. And I'm like, what y'all got going on here? So she treats her to a 5-star treatment, meaning she orders this really fancy lunch for her, and they're sitting down talking. They share information about each other's past and how they were in really long relationships that ended, fairly recently. And all the while, I'm like, it's very obvious that Crystal is jockeying for Kira's business. Kira is a heavyweight out here in this real estate game. So she's like, I know you do more than enough business, that you're just pushing all to Tiffany. I'm pretty sure that you can slide some of that business my way. And I'm like, what kind of foolishness is this? All you women are trying to get together to try to collaborate. But here you are, Crystal, on the back end, trying to get the little side scraps that you feel like Tiffany can't handle. To me, I think it's definitely going to be, that's kind of like a breach on what they're trying to develop as co-collaborators in this real estate game. If you're trying to sideswipe some business, how are you actually really trying to work with a fellow closing attorney? It's not for the glory of the kingdom. So whatever she has going on, I don't exactly know what it is, but I feel like Crystal got a lot of nasty ways about her, and I really don't like the way she conducts herself. To me, she's slick. And whenever you slick, believe me, somebody's going to catch on to what you're doing. So, she does that, and it kind of comes out at a party that Tiffany, the other closing attorney, has later on. She reopened her office, like she redid it, remodeled it and everything, because she wants her business, her actual office, to have more of a lounge feel. When she's doing closings, she wants people to feel very relaxed. She wants them to actually be able to enjoy the experience of purchasing a home. So she wants it to feel like a lounge, like a bar where they can drink, they can eat, it's music, that sort of thing. So she's trying to get a vibe in her office, and I appreciate that. I mean, it takes a really insightful person to know that the clientele she's trying to get, really just wants to feel comfortable when they're embarking on such a serious decision. So at the grand opening of her newly renovated office space, she invites all the ladies except Crystal. I don't blame her. Crystal is her competition, and she's showing her at every turn that she is definitely her competition. So, at the party, we find out that Crystal has definitely taken steps to try to swipe business from her through Kira. And it also comes out that Kira still has an issue with Robin. So Robin is like, let's dead all this. I ain't got time for her. That's a child. I ain't got time. But she want an apology. I'll give her an apology. And that's kind of where we left off for the show. This show, it was a lot of other little things that takes place as far as the ladies actually getting to know one another. We know that they know of each other, but they don't really know each other. So it's interesting watching them develop true, authentic relationships with one another, sharing in their past, sharing in some of the challenges they've had as working moms, as professional women, struggles with mental health and all that sort of thing. So it's been really enjoyable to watch this. It's super entertaining. I hope you guys continue to check out me for the reviews of this show. And I'm definitely going to be here to give it to y'all. I'm going to keep it short. I don't like to go into all of that. I'm going to just give you the little rundown. Keep it real cute, real simple. So if you decide to watch, you won't be bored while you're watching it. As always, I am your girl, KD. Please like, follow, subscribe, do all of that, comment on this video. I'm really trying to get my views up, get my channel popping so that I can come to you guys with more reviews of more shows and things that I'm interested in. So thanks for y'all time. That's going to be it for me. I will come out a little bit sooner when they do episode 5. So you guys can get the rundown of what's going on with Ladies Who List Atlanta. But that's all for now, guys. Peace.